We remember Sir Walter Raleigh for intrepidly sailing across the pond, though more for gallantly spreading his cloak over a puddle. Also for inventing tobacco, or at least putting it in cans. This was long ago, but not so far away. Love in a Time of Cholera, Episode 3, Raleigh and Regina. Sir Walter loved Elizabeth his queen, but it just couldn't be, for she couldn't love him. He was sure of it. The queen, though, cautioned Raleigh not to disbelieve, but to hope. Raleigh's fortune hath taken thee away, and Elizabeth the queen's reply, ah, silly pug. A few notes to help your hearing. In fortune hath taken thee away, in the line, so blind a dame did never Cupid right, meaning never did do him, Cupid, right, the dame is fortune, always depicted as fickle, but sometimes depicted as blind as well. In ah, silly pug, silly is in the sense of foolish, but also in the sense of deserving pity. The blind witch in line 6 is fortune again. Ne chose I thee by fickle fortune's reed. Ne means neither, and reed means advice. Speed in the next line means speed, but speed in the final line means succeed or prosper. You can find notes for all the poems on a slide at the end of the video. Sir Walter Raleigh's Fortune hath taken thee away. Fortune hath taken thee away, my love, my life's soul and my soul's heaven above. Fortune hath taken thee away, my princess, my only light, and my true fancy's mistress. Fortune hath taken all away from me. Fortune hath taken all by taking thee. Dead to all joy, I only live to woe. So fortune now becomes my mortal foe. In vain you eyes, do waste your tears. In vain you sighs, do smoke forth my despairs. In vain you search the earth and heaven above. In vain you search, for fortune rules in love. Thus now I leave my love in fortune's hands. Thus now I leave my love in fortune's bands, and only love the sorrows due to me. Sorrow henceforth, it shall my princess be. I joy in this, that fortune conquers kings. Fortune that rules on earth and earthly things hath taken my love in spite of Cupid's might. So blind a dame did never Cupid right. With wisdom's eyes had but blind Cupid seen, then had my love forever been. But love, farewell. Though fortune conquer thee, no fortune base shall ever alter me. And ah, silly pug, Queen Elizabeth's reply. Ah, silly pug, wert thou so sore afraid? Mourn not, my wat, nor be thou so dismayed. It passeth fickle fortune's power and skill to force my heart to think thee any ill. No fortune base, thou sayest, shall alter thee, and may so blind a witch so conquer me? No, no, my pug. Though fortune were not blind, assure thyself she could not rule my mind. Fortune, I know, sometimes doth conquer kings, and rules and reigns on earth and earthly things, but never think fortune can bear the sway if virtue watch, and will not her obey. Ne chose I thee by fickle fortune's reed, ne she shall force me alter with such speed, but if to try this mistress jest with thee. Pull up thy heart, suppress thy brackish tears, torment thee not, but put away thy fears. Dead to all joys and living unto woe, slain quite by her that ne'er gave wise men blow. Revive again, and live without all dread, the less afraid, the better thou shalt speed. And let's listen to a little more of our theme from the Underscore Orchestra. Underscore with a C, orchestra with a K. Google them. You'll find much more to listen to and a way to drop a $1 or $3 in their tip jar. It's Death Strikes 11. Death strikes 11 and 12 and 1 and 2. Then as now, death was at every o'clock. But then there was also the hope the clock would stop forever, the hope of eternity, and the image of life as a pilgrimage. We are but on our way to salvation. This is Raleigh's The Passionate Man's Pilgrimage. Just 4 notes. The scallop shell of line 1 was worn as a sign of a pilgrim. Balmer in Blood Must Be My Body's Balmer means embalmer. Suckets are confections. And the penultimate line, then I am ready like a palmer fit, like a palmer outfitted. So, the passionate man's pilgrimage. Give me my scallop shell of quiet, my staff of faith to walk upon, my scrip of joy, immortal diet, my bottle of salvation, my gown of glory, hope's true gauge, and thus I'll take my pilgrimage. Blood must be my body's balmer, no other balm will there be given, whilst my soul, like a white palmer, travels to the land of heaven, over the silver mountains where spring the nectar fountains, and there I'll kiss the bowl of bliss, and drink my eternal fill on every milken hill. My soul will be adry before, but after it will ne'er thirst more. And by the happy blissful way, more peaceful pilgrims I shall see, that have shook off their gowns of clay, and go apparelled fresh like me. I'll bring them first to slake their thirst, and then to taste those nectar suckets at the clear wells where sweetness dwells, drawn up by saints in crystal buckets. And when our bottles and all we are filled with immortality, then the holy paths will travel, strewed with rubies thick as gravel, ceilings of diamonds, sapphire floors, high walls of coral, and pearl bowers. From thence to heaven's bribeless hall, where no corrupted voices brawl, no conscience molten into gold, nor forged accusers bought and sold, no cause deferred, nor vain spent journey, for there Christ is the King's attorney, who pleads for all without degrees, and he hath angels but no fees. When the grand 12,000,000 jury of our sins and sinful fury 'gainst our souls black verdicts give, Christ pleads his death, and then we live. Be thou my speaker, taintless pleader, unblotted lawyer, true proceder. Thou movest salvation even for alms, not with a bribed lawyer's palms. And this is my eternal plea, to him that made heaven, earth, and sea. Seeing my flesh must die so soon, and want ahead to dine next noon, just at the stroke when my veins start and spread, set on my soul an everlasting head. Then am I ready, like a palmer fit, to tread those blessed paths which before I writ. This has been Love in a Time of Cholera, Episode 3.